1930s. And while it's been almost 90 years now since this horrendous act, this series of horrendous acts, the pain remains very real. We hear it when we gather to commemorate this atrocity every year. And we heard it last month when we unveiled this very beautiful memorial. We heard from Mr. Letichko, we heard some of the vivid descriptions of families without food, of deaths from starvation, cruelty and mistreatment. We heard about from survivors as to why we're here, to remember the victims, to remember the atrocities, and to vow that this should never happen again, anywhere, to anybody. This memorial recognizes the millions of innocent lives lost in the Ukraine from Holodomor. And it represents the sheer determination of our Ukrainian community to raise public awareness about this tragedy. Looking at our Ukrainian Canadian community growing and prospering here in Toronto, it's hard today for us to imagine the pain and the suffering an entire generation had to endure back in Ukraine. It's almost impossible to imagine how people survived and were able to come here, or their successors, to try to carry on their lives. So many of the survivors of the Holodomor found fertile ground here in Toronto to root their families and to grow a wonderful community. And yet, importantly so, the community has not forgotten its past and understands the importance of sharing that past, all of it, no matter how painful, with all of Toronto. And because of the size and the wonderful engagement of our Ukrainian Canadian community in every aspect of Toronto life, that past is a part of our collective past, all of us. And that is why it is so important to pause and to remember. We will always remember the millions of Ukrainian women, men, and children whose lives were lost. And I hope and pray on behalf of all of us and all of the people of Toronto that I represent here today, that this simple act of remembrance here today will make sure that we prevent injustices like the Holodomor in the future. I've had the privilege of paying my respects with the community each year, and even though the genocide was meant to eradicate, I have stood witness to the united strength and the perseverance that the Ukrainian community continues to demonstrate. And I want to thank you for allowing me to participate with you on this important day and to stand with you. And I assure you that as long as I'm the mayor, I will stand with this community in remembering and in doing whatever we can to ensure that events like the Holodomor never happen again to Ukrainians or to any other human beings. Slava Ukraini, thank you very much.